talking about some of the annoyances that people have with their spouses and the best ways to resolve them. And, you know, it doesn't always have to be something earth-shattering that threatens a relationship. They're just kind of the dailies. And so we've had some fun talking about these things. Now, Elizabeth isn't laughing so much because she doesn't get any sleep. She says her husband, Robert, snores like a freight train, and it's impossible for her to get any Z's. How many times do you wake him up during the night?
Constantly, almost every 15, 20 minutes.
So what are you going to do about this?
Well,
You don't want to sleep in separate rooms, right?
we do
No.
now.
But you don't want to.
No, I miss him. I miss
Yeah.
him. It's not very romantic. It's hard to get
No.
romantic.
No, well, it is. I mean, if you're in another room.
I snuggle up to him and he's all.
There are a lot of specialists that deal with this. And, you know, you've tried some of the quick fixes, the easy things, the sprays, the pillows, the things like that. And sometimes those actually work. And I think it's really important that you go through those things before you do anything else. Because if you can get an easy fix, then you can get an easy fix. But if you can't, you don't want to live with this forever. And so we reached out and talked to a guy. It's Dr. Craig Schwimmer. He's the founder and CEO of the Snoring Center. There's actually a Snoring Center. And they specialize in this. Sometimes they do surgery, they do other things, but sometimes they do surgery, which is actually very simple and almost perfectly effective in getting this done. And when we talked to Dr. Schwimmer, he has agreed to fly you to Dallas, to the Snore Center up there, and provide this surgery for you to eliminate the snoring, to fix y'all's problems. So we'd like to offer that to you.
Thank you.
That's incredible. Thank you very much.
For patients with sleep apnea who cannot or will not tolerate CPAP, these minimally invasive office-based procedures are really fabulous because they take a few minutes, they don't hurt, there's negligible risk, and they typically yield significant improvement. So they're not a big deal, and they usually help a lot. But to make the maximal impact in your snoring and apnea, what we'll do is we'll stiffen your soft palate and we'll shrink some of the tissue in your nose. And this ought to do you a bunch of good. I will tell you though, this is not perfect. This is not going to make him silent. I don't think that this is going to 100% cure your apnea. What I do reasonably expect it to do is to make things significantly better.
It's been so long since we slept together. This could be like a whole change in our marriage. It could be just, it really does mean a lot to us. Because it's just been so long.
We flew back from Texas that same night, and a sore throat for a couple days.
And they said 4 to 6 weeks, we could see some differences, but within a month, by the time Valentine's Day came, we were actually babysitting and house sitting for someone, and we were able to sleep in the same room, and I mean, it was great.
I was skeptical. I mean, I had my, especially the first couple nights when I wanted it now.
It really has made us a lot happier, just him sleeping well and having more energy, and he's way more spunky, you know, and he keeps me on my toes.
And I tell you, when you asked me about the cost, if I knew what I have gotten out before I would have done it, I would have spent twice the money to do it.
I just assumed that we were just gonna have to live this way for a long time, or forever. And it has completely changed our lives, 100%. Now, Dr. Shermer did say the procedure wasn't 100%, but it's 100% changed our lives.